Podketeers.
Did I tell you that I got a 3D file to print the turtles with the spikes from the Mario game?
Oh, right. I
think
think I remember
so.
something like that. That was like in that group of files, some Patreon thing, something, right?
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna print. It's small, but I want to. There's several things that I want to print larger than the files allow, so that it's multiple pieces. I just want like the turtle shell just kind of sitting here. I considered taking it in my car and holding it out my window when somebody got me mad, but probably not the best idea. Don't do that, kids. Don't.
Put on
I'm
your
kidding.
antenna.
This is for comedic purposes only. I want to make that clear. I'm not gonna be shooting spiky
Don't
turtles
get in
out at
trouble.
anybody while I'm driving. I want to make that clear. This is just a comedy bit, so relax.
Comedy bit.
Yes. I am coming closer to potentially printing out a larger version of the Key to Disneyland, though, because I did start modeling that out.
Nice.
Thankfully, a lot of it is such rudimentary shapes that really the hardest part was, tracing the castle and creating the levels of depth that it has, like in the D and stuff like that. Outside of that, it was really just trying to figure out what to scale it would be. So I used Sora and Sora's Keyblade as kind of like a jumping point, and then I figured out, okay, like what's the ratio to Sora's Keyblade and how tall am I compared to Sora? So if I printed
How
out,
tall are you compared to Sora?
I'm like 5.5 inches taller than Sora would be, according to the game and according to what
Sora's
we know about
5'3". He's pretty short.
Yeah, he's like 5'3", 5'4". And so my Keyblade would be approximately 4 feet long or tall, depending on how you want to see the Keyblade. But I'm excited. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I just want to print the main piece of it as like just white, or if I want to somehow make it so that it actually glows. But the glowing part would be difficult because I'd have to segment out the LEDs so that I can control them. Because have you seen the key function, like the videos of the actual key when people go and
the lights and everything, right?
Yeah. So each land is represented by a different light and a different little icon, right? So I'd need like a red, a blue, a purple, etc. So I'd have to figure out how to do that. I don't think it's hard. Getting the LEDs, I would just need to print it in such a way that I can put an LED strip in there. And even the LEDs that I have back here, in the app you can control how many LEDs are a specific color. I would just have to make sure that when I position them inside of my Keyblade version of the Key to Disneyland, that it only lights up the segment or the little icon or whatever. That's another thing I have to figure out. How is it going to project the icon of that specific land? I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to make it and it's not going to glow. It's not going to do anything. Maybe I'm just going to print it and then V2 will be the make it glow and make it pretty. Maybe step 1 is just getting it done and see how hard it is to print and assemble a life-size version of this
you
thing.
print each of the icons in a colored filament, then you could just light it white from behind and it would still light up the color.
Oh, that's a good way.
You don't need different color LEDs.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is I considered printing. You can get translucent PLA or clear PLA, and so basically it's created so that if you have if you create car models and stuff like that, or if you create lamps, you can basically do the same thing that you're talking about, where the element behind it is what's coming through as the color or whatever light you're projecting, which is the other option, but that's also more expensive. And I don't want to go expensive. Because I want to do this as least expensive as possible, not just for my wallet's worth, but also because I'm trying to prove that the $300 one at Disneyland is not worth $300 to myself.
Right.
So I want to make this as sturdy as possible, but also as least expensive as I can make it, so that if I ever share the files so that others could print it, it won't cost them that much either, right? So anyway, that's where I am with that. I thought I'd give you an update.
Well, I just discovered that at Kingdom Hearts, Goofy is 5'10". Isn't that fun?
We're about the same height.
Yeah, I'm taller than Goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just decided to look that up.
You know what some of my favorite Oogie Boogie Bash videos are? Since we're in the middle of August and they're already doing Halloween Oogie Boogie Bash things in the parks.
I'm going next weekend.
Yeah. That's right. You are going next weekend. Yeah.
Next weekend, yeah.
Every year, someone dresses up as Sora because Goofy and Donald always dress up in their Kingdom Hearts gear. And so I love seeing like the videos where Sora and Goofy or Sora and Donald meet up and they're all like hugging and they do like the crazy like walking or running over to like the photo area. Maybe that's what I'll do one day. Dress up as my version of Sora and but take the key to Disneyland.
There you go.
Ooh.
Maybe I do need to make it
Walt X Sora.
Walt X. In a suit.
But with the spiky hair.
Like, it's all crazy looking. It's a suit, but it's gonna look like parachute pants.
Right. It's all like it's that like swooshy material like George's jacket from Seinfeld.
That'd be great. Hey, I saw an artist over on TikTok. I'm trying to enjoy my time on the platform while I still have it. And I found an artist that I thought you two would be particularly interested in because I'm just going to start playing the video and then you can see what he's making almost immediately, really. But he's sketching different parts of the park. This one he was making.
I can already tell.
old.
Easy to tell.
Yep. I thought you'd get it really
easy
quickly.
to tell as the Temple of the Forbidden. I was like, there's some bricks. We know what this is.
Know that.
I know that palm tree. What
I
are you
knew
talking
it would take you. It's like, you see that leaf right there? I pulled a piece of it off.
Yeah, I got that leaf.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
That is that is awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a really nice piece.
Can I buy it?
Right?
Probably. His username is xwizardfishx, I believe. I forgot what his actual name is. His name is Chris Wicks. That's his name. But he does a lot of paintings from Adventureland specifically. Like his videos start off like, I'm doing stuff like from Disneyland, but here, I'm gonna play another one. But check this one out.
Oh, but I love how he ages the paper.
I know.
Oh. That is so
Message
cool.
me if you're interested in adopting this piece. Is what it says.
So he's got multiple pieces from right around Adventureland. So.
He says he's working on getting a print shop. Okay,
cool?
Mr. Wick, let me know. I would like to purchase.
Oh,
Isn't this great?
I didn't even like this. This is cool.
Like how like include the garbage cans and stuff in there.
Adventureland Bazaar. This is cool.
No, this is the market. This is the this is the one
where
that's
you get your pickles.
Just kidding. The stroller parking lot.
This is tropical. Yeah, this where they see. What's funny is this picture is when it used to be when they sold pickles and stuff there. Now it's stroller parking.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still awesome.
It's fantastic.
So, he did do a Bazaar one though. You want to see the Bazaar one?
I am the Adventureland Bazaar. Thank you very much.
Oh, I like this because not too many people do this kind of work. Like they focus on attractions, and some of these buildings they're amazing. So
they're gorgeous. Yeah. And that's the thing, like Adventureland specifically, and I think that's why I like this one so much. Like the Jungle Cruise one is nice too, but this one specifically, it captures that like night glow of the area so perfectly that as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this guy's so good at what he does. Like he's really great at capturing the essence. Yeah.
Yep.
You could tell. But yeah, I think in his profile, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to like do all sorts of stuff Disneyland, but it's primarily all Adventureland. So you could tell
he has
an affinity for this area.
Let's see some Shrunken Ned love over here.
Shrunken Ned.
And for probably one of the smallest lands, like this is, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
if you listen, Mr. Wick. Come chat with us. This will be fun.
Yeah.
Have a chat with us.
Chat.
You can easily geek out with us.
Somebody got this guy's phone number?
I don't know. Just DM him over on Instagram.
Guess. Hello, Mr. Wick.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Mr. Wick. I think it's funny.
Just message him on Instagram. He'll talk.
You know what? I'll talk to Sala, and I'll have Sala message him.
Well, hello,
my friend.
That's my best Sala. That's not. Let's see. Oh, since we're talking about videos, let me share this one. This was actually posted by Walt Disney Imagineering. It's my understanding that this week Destination D23 is happening, so there's a bunch of panels and there's announcements that are happening. There's a couple that we're going to be talking about later on in the episode because, listen, they chose violence, and I'm gonna speak on that later.
Chill out. I'm just gonna
whatever.
Right now.
I mean, whatever. Okay, but I mean, we'll talk about it in a bit. This was posted by Imagineering about a day ago.
Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Back again. Shady's back.
We heard desk tours are trending. Ha, ha, ha.
So we're like seeing a desk. There's like a bunch of sticky notes. And
so they asked
Epcot
his new hire.
Whoa, there's a tag, Communicore, poster, World of Motion.
Record scratch.
Tom Morrow 2.0 on a name tag.
A giant name tag.
On a cast member name badge.
On a cast
an Imagineer name badge.
Which is
so
interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, and I was too lazy to search for any images, but did Tom Morrow have an Imagineering name tag when he was on display? Or was it just a Tom Morrow like cast member version of the tag?
I can't really remember.
I'm looking up a pic. Let's see.
Yes, but I remember Pocket probably. I don't remember.
Let's get a nice zoomed in. It is.
Please find a picture.
If the picture will open.
And it's so
it's
funny.
It's just a Disneyland name tag at.
Okay. What? So it was just the white one with the blue letters, right?
It was the Disneyland one. It had the Disneyland.
Okay. Yes. All right, that's what I thought.
Cool.
What I thought.
Thanks.
So the fact that in this video they even say we asked our new intern, to show us his desk, and then we get this Tom Morrow reveal. Where do you think we're going to see this?
I don't know, but I just found some more info.
I'm sorry.
So I looked up Tom Morrow, and then I got on the Disney fandom page, which you do sometimes. Mm-hmm. And apparently there was already a Tom Morrow 2.0 from 2000 to 2007.
Yeah, that's the one that looked more like Rex, right?
He's like a little guy on a little thing. He kind of looks like, if you remember, there was this at D23 they had like this like fortune teller robot. It was called like the Great Vizzini, or I don't remember what his name was. But it was like, it looked like Destiny. Thank you. Yes. He looks like that, but without like the turban on it.
Then which one was
this?
Which
it was in Epcot.
Which was the Tom Morrow that looked like DJ Rex without the wheels?
DJ Rex without the wheels.
Wasn't it like a tinier robot? Like, because Tom Morrow was like humanoid looking, right? It had the clear face or the clear head,
clear
and stuff
clothes.
Like Right, but wasn't Tom Morrow 2.0 more like a smaller robot, like more like DJ Rex, but without, or like from Star Tour or whatever, whichever one you want. I like DJ
Captain
Rex.
DJ
yes,
Rex.
I like DJ
I sent
Rex.
you a link to the fandom thing if you want to bring it up. It's got a picture of this little guy. But he's got like legs and sneakers and stuff. He's like tiny and he's on like a weird little...
that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, looks nothing like DJ Rex, but...
well, I mean, in my head, listen, look at the shape. Look at the shape where he's sitting down, okay?
Okay, the
doesn't it
part,
look like the wheels, like if all you saw was a shadow or like you squint a little bit, don't you see the shape of basically what Rex would be? Like if you kind of look sideways and you squint your one eye and then you like look through a tiny hole, you know what I mean? Like you'll eventually see it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in my head, I don't know. Maybe this is just like my mind.
But yeah, this was from Epcot from 2000 to 2007.
Okay. And then do we have a picture of old Tom Morrow? Yeah.
Yeah, old Tom Morrow has like a freaking spiky hair and purple or pink sunglasses.
Yeah, so this is what
that's
standard Tom Morrow look like.
That's the Disneyland Tom Morrow from Interventions. Voiced by Nathan Lane.
Yep.
Yes.
Very scary in the dark.
Yeah.
The Tom Morrow 2.0 was voiced by Max Casella.
From The Simpsons? Wait, who is Max Casella?
I have no idea.
Max Casella is just like a random voice actor guy. He played Timon at The Lion King on Broadway. Better known actor from played Vinny Delfino in Doogie Howser. He for voicing Daxter on Jack and Daxter.
Yes. I was gonna say his name on that show, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
What? Jack and Daxter?
No, from Doogie Howser.
Oh, Vinny Delfino.
Right. That's why he looked familiar. He kind of looks like Pedro Pascal's older brother.
Right. A little bit.
No, he does. Look, I'm gonna bring up his picture. You tell me if he doesn't he look like Pedro Pascal's older brother?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Or cousin.
Yeah.
If you squint really hard and you look through a little hole,
but then you kind of get it like a 3/4 angle,
and you close your eyes, and
he kind of looks like Oh, dude, did you see on I think it was Stephen Colbert, that one of the crew members won a Pedro Pascal lookalike contest?
Oh, I vaguely remember this.
Yeah. He looks like him.
Oh my goodness! Listen. This guy, not like older brother, basically, okay? But let me see if I can find the guy here. I wish I remembered his name.
It was Jon Stewart. It looks like Meet the Lighting Designer.
Jon Stewart, that's what it was.
Is the Daily Show.
So Google actually just brought that up. Daily Show Pedro Pascal lookalike.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's name is
George Gountas.
Boom.
Gountas.
Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward this video, and I'm gonna pause it where he's like talking to John. All right, now check this out. Look at the guy.
Mm-hmm. For those just listening, just imagine Pedro Pascal, but a little different, and then
taller.
It looks like with like different hair.
Yeah, this from
the multiverse.
I saw. Right, this is definitely multiverse. Yeah, this is evil Pedro Pascal. But
we have Pedro Pascal at home.
That's funny. Let's see. What other videos did I have? Oh, so back to my question. So they're teasing Tom Morrow.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. We've been talking a lot about Tomorrowland and, refocusing on, giving it new life. We thought Fantastic Four First Steps would be a really good place to start, and, bringing Herbie or the Baxter Building or something. Is this what we're getting instead?
I think this is Disney World stuff.
Are you sure?
No,
I don't know. They haven't demolished that building yet.
Here's the reason.
That's what I'm kind of like, dang. It's just.
So here's the reason why I think so. The video, everything in the video on the desk is like Disney World related. There's a Spaceship Earth plush. It says something about Figment. There's a couple other things in the video. I think this is something either for it's probably for Epcot. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
And the coming soon font that they use at the end of the video is very Epcot as well.
Right.
So I hope you're right. I want to see the Fantastic Four in Tomorrowland. I want to see that.
Communicar and World of Motion are the posters.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like you've calmed down my apprehension about this video, but it's all good. I'm a little I'm a little hot.
Listen,
at
Linda.
Walt Disney World right now. Listen, Linda. I'm a little hot at Walt Disney World because of one of the announcements that we got from Destination D23 today.
All right,
I think that's what's bothering me.
Mr. Grump. Mr. Grumpy Gills.
Hold on. We've been hearing on the other end, from the other end, that we have everything. So I think we could give Heyzen a pass.
I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, well, when Disneyland gets all the stuff, we hear from the other side, from folks from Florida, and I'm saying this really nicely, a lot of complaining. So I'm saying right now, let Heyzen have his complaint o'clock.
Let me have my complaint o'clock.
Complain, and then I'll just silently judge you. That's okay.
You don't have to silently judge me.
Okay, I'll vocally judge you.
Vocally judge me. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, this is my personal preference, right?
Yes. I understand.
Before we get to that,
sure.
There was a minor change that apparently is coming to Disneyland that some people are like really angry about. I've never used it because I've never stayed at Pixar Place, but it sounds like they're going to be closing the secret entrance for early magic hours, and I think they're getting rid of early magic hours as well.
I don't think the entrance wasn't just specifically for early magic hours. It was just like an entrance you could use throughout the day if you were a hotel guest staying there.
So it looks like they're closing that pathway, which was approximately between the Sunglass Hut and the Corn Dog Castle, I believe.
Somewhere, something like that. Yeah.
And now everybody's going to have to use the one at the Grand Californian, which some people are complaining that, they're losing this perk. Disney's slowly getting rid of a bunch of stuff. How much... Do you have any theories as to why they're doing this, other than because they hate fun?
I mean, the new attraction that's gonna be being built there.
That's kind of where I'm leaning. Is not being built there, but I think they're starting to probably work out construction site stuff for Coco. Which is going in Pixar Pier, which is, it's kind of quote unquote far away from that spot, but that is a main right next to that, because they have to walk across the street and do all this stuff and to get to that. My guess is that's going to be like a big construction entrance when they start doing a lot of this, building for Coco and stuff. So my guess is it's temporary, or my guess is it's temporary and they may be working on something else. It doesn't really say. It just was kind of like an under the table, like, just like, hey, by the way, somebody found this online. Like, so they're not like really like prominently pushing it. So my guess is it's temporary just because of construction, but temporary probably means 2 years.
Yeah.
Or they're potentially moving, if they had some kind of storage or offices or something that we don't know about, closer to the coaster where they are going to be building the entrance. They're shifting it over to that back area so that
there's
they're not losing the space.
Because like back where I theorized this is going, there's like a couple of buildings already. I'm not 100% sure what those are, but there really isn't where the walkway is for them to go, like where they enter now is just like the side of the Grand Californian, and there's like an existing pathway there. So my guess is it's not like super storagey things, but it could be if they're like gonna get rid of some of that like greenery and stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But there's like, it's just like, looks like, it's just pathways and stuff. But that's my theory is it's, that's the main access to that backstage area for construction vehicles. Because the other way to enter is through this, there's a secondary road that runs basically parallel to it, but I believe that is the one. I'm not sure what that one is. Is that the parade one? I'm not sure, but my guess is it has something to do with that. I'm having a hard time on my map right now.
I mean, at least it's not because they hate fun.
I mean, it could be. That's just my theory. It could be they just hate fun.
Here's the thing, though. Your theory makes sense, and it is a good, because a lot of the construction I remember when they were. I mean, there's been so much construction at California Adventure over the years, but it makes sense, that they would use that like for the vehicles and stuff, especially if they want to continue working during the day when guests are there. They'd be able to move, supplies or whatever without the guests really, interfering with the vehicles moving. So it makes sense that they do have a pathway to get there. And when I was looking at how you would get around that, the only thing is that the path, I found a map where somebody drew kind of like where the area was, and I found here. I'm going to share this map real quick. I found this over on Touring Plans. It was part of a blog post where somebody was talking about where the walkway was. I'm not sure if this is still the walkway, but from what we can see here, here's what you were talking about. If you follow the yellow line from the Pixar Place Hotel, it goes up, towards the cross street over there where the entrance to the Grand Californian is. You cross the street to where the entrance to the Grand Californian is. You walk a small path to what would then be the right side of the Grand Californian, and you follow that path to where there's these big metal gates that would allow you to enter the park. Unless they're going to board all of that up so that even guests of the Grand Californian can't go through there, that's what would make sense for it to actually be like a way to get service vehicles in, right? Because if you look at the rest of the map, unless there's pathways here that we don't know about or they're going to make new pathways, I thought that this pathway was right next to Goofy Sky School, or right in between Paradise Garden Grill and like Goofy Sky School. I didn't realize it was so far off to the right.
Well, and what you're not seeing on this map is in this green to the left of the big bathroom sign is a road that, like, there's an entrance basically almost at this corner where they cross the street, and there's an access road that runs all the way behind everything. And so I'm wondering if, because that road that's not shown on this map because they don't want to show it on any of these cluttered maps, is going to have a bunch of construction stuff that they don't want people crossing and doing some weird stuff here, or they're going to have to readjust some of this stuff. I don't know.
That was the piece that I was missing. Because,
speculating.
So here, I'm sharing Google Maps now. Here we go. So this is the one in between the foliage and the buildings where Paradise Garden. That's what you're talking about, right? This one right behind. Okay,
and that goes all the way behind up to where they're going to build. At least where I think they're going to build. Yep,
all of this behind. Back here. Yep. Yeah. So this is a piece that was missing from that map, which is why I thought there was no way for the vehicles to get around. But this makes 100% sense, because if they're crossing here, this right here is the pathway that they would be taking
just right
to
next
get
to stuff
in here. But if they block all of this, this is the best way for them to get here. So, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it does look like it's going to be primarily for the attraction that they're going to be building.
We'll find out.
But, they could also hate fun a little bit.
We'll need that helicopter guy to take some pictures and...
Oh, the guy with the drone and the
drone.
Bio
reconstruct.
Bio reconstruct, yeah.
Yeah.
They have some great photos, man.
Yeah.
I know that they're paying for the Google Earth, like where it gets you like the up-to-date photos to get those. That's awesome.
Oh no, the bio reconstruct guy's a helicopter pilot.
Oh, is that what he is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just like Google Earth photos.
No, because I remember like I'm pretty sure that's him, unless it's one of the other guy. There's a couple guys that released those, but one of them's like a helicopter pilot or something, because I remember he was in the hospital and he wasn't able to do it as often or something, and then he got out of the hospital and stuff.
Oh, that's craziness. I had no idea.
That might have been the guy in Florida.
So
I think that might have been the guy in Florida.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. We're going to talk about a couple of announcements from Destination D23. Before we move on to that, I just want to take this opportunity to thank a very special group of listeners and viewers known as the FGP Squad, our podcast, Fairy Godparents, because it's their support via Patreon that help make these episodes of Podketeers possible. For more information on how you can become part of the FGP Squad family, we invite you to go to podketeers.com/FGP. There you will find a list of some of our top contributors, a link to our Patreon, some information about what the FGP Squad is all about. But in short, being a part of the FGP Squad family gets you some additional perks, like access to discount codes for new Podketeers gear, additional content that we've uploaded to Patreon, random giveaways. Sometimes I'll just 3D print stuff and I'll just randomly send it out. Access to our happy hour calls when we get a chance to do those, and more. So again, if you're interested, head on over to podketeers.com/FGP. And of course, to all of the members of the FGP Squad, we just want to send a huge thank you for your continued support. Also, since we're talking about links, podketeers.com/links is where you want to go for our most commonly asked for links. There you will find a link to our latest episode, the Quizneyland playlist, a link, of course, to the FGP Squad, link to our Discord community. We'd love to have you there so we can discuss some of the things that we talk about in these episodes and other Disney things, and sometimes non-Disney things, because we just kind of randomly just talk about whatever we want. You'll also find a link to our YouTube channel and our pal Larry's YouTube channel, Goofy Guys Adventures. If you like park streams, make sure to check out Larry. He's there, a couple times a week. He'll live stream. Larry's one of our favorite streamers because he's very respectful. And there are some streamers that are not. So if you like seeing fun streams from somebody that's respectful to the parks and the cast members and just an all-around good dude, check out Larry, Goofy Guys Adventures, over on YouTube. You'll also find a link to our Armchair Imagineering playlist on the links page, so check it out, leave a bookmark, make it easy for yourself so you can access it whenever you want. We also post a bunch of cool stuff on that page. If we're ever running fundraisers with our official charity team, Teamboat Willie, you'll find the information there. Any special pages that we have up, like earlier this year when the wildfires were happening in California, we had a special section that talked about where you could send aid, donations, clothes, all sorts of stuff. So check it out, podketeers.com/links, set a bookmark, set an icon, and now let's get back to the show.
I forgot to bring up my my shirt of the week.
Oh, what's your shirt of the week?
This is a Walt Disney Imagineering shirt. It's from nice D23. This must have been
2015.
Is it? You have it?
I don't know if I still fit into it because wouldn't you know it? It's been sitting in the closet and it shrunk.
I had to do a lot of moving around to make this.
How dare it?
You had to wake it up.
Shrunk.
I got Winnie the Pooh down here. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not wearing pants?
But no, yeah. So this is, I didn't even think we were talking about Imagineering, and I just happened to grab this one. I think this came from the, what is it? Mickey's at Glendale. Is that the Imagineering store?
Love that store.
At D23. Yeah. So
that's cool, man.
So that's the shirt of the week. Now it gets to go into the drawer.
I'm wearing one of my favorite podcast shirts ever.
Oh, yeah.
It is Disneyland.
100 episodes next episode. We just released 99.
Is coming up. So first of all, to any of you that have sent us questions to try to stump Andrew, thank you so much. Episode 100. I've been trying to find questions myself, so I have stuff to ask you, because I know normally we get the opportunity to ask you as well.
Oh, I hope you do. I hope you get something good.
I've gone into some rabbit holes that there's part of me that wants to ask you, but I also want to reserve a couple and just hand them over to you so you can make them Quizneyland episodes, because they were like pretty good. So I'm excited. 100 episodes, man. I'm so happy for you. I like from the very beginning when you first presented Quizneyland at like what it was gonna be, I was so excited for it, and now we're about to hit 100 episodes with it, and man, it has exceeded every expectation, that I had about what I thought it could be. So
well, I'm glad. Yeah, it's being every other week, it takes a little bit longer to get to 100 episodes. So we're coming up nearly. In November we'll be at 4 years, which is crazy to think about.
Is,
but yeah, lots. That means we've got we've had over 300 with the anniversary shows. We've had over 300 questions, trivia questions. Almost 100. We'll have less than 100 did you knows, because those trivia, the ones with all of us, we don't have any of those things. But yeah, it's been fun, so I'm glad to keep going. I'm hoping I know at least a couple of these trivia questions, but if not, you know what, that's I like to learn new stuff. So
I was gonna say we're all gonna learn, because we may stump each other.
And plus, look, it's been super hot and my brain is beginning to boil, so I don't know if I'm gonna know any of them anyway, but it's okay because there's been so many times listening to Quizneyland where I feel like I had heard a fact before and I didn't quite know it, and then you said it and I was like, that's not what I knew. That's like totally different than what I thought it was. So I love everything that you've done with Quizneyland. We're so lucky that to have you be a part of the network and doing it, being a part of this podcast. I just want to publicly say how much I appreciate you and thank you so much for doing it. So
thanks, buddy.
100 episodes. It's coming up. There's still time, by the way. We're going to be recording the episode soon. The day that this episode of Podketeers launches, it's still going to be a few days before we record the 100th episode of Quizneyland. So if you hear this episode and you can send us your last-minute questions, we'll squeeze them into the show.
Any question, whether it's just one that you just make sure it's an actual true before you send it in. But any question, it could be like, what color are Mickey's pants or whatever, which is kind of a loaded question because it depends.
By the way, I did have an idea that I was gonna spring on you in the middle of the episode, but I'm just gonna announce it here because I want everybody listening to get a feel for it. I want you to kind of get a feel for it.
All right.
What do you think about doing a rapid lightning round? Just how many can you answer in a minute? Where a lot of them are gonna be, I think, super easy. They're not gonna be what color are Mickey's knickers,
like the Trivial Pursuit cards or whatever.
Just boom, 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 one after another to see how many you get.
Let's do it. I'm up for it. We'll put a timer on.
I will set it up. We'll do it. I just thought it would be a fun segment because I noticed, I've said, look, I'm very public about this. When I'm under pressure in trivia situations, I'm horrible, man. I suck. You do not want me on your team for that stuff. I can randomly remember stuff and I could just be talking about it and the facts come out. But when I have the pressure of there's a timer and stuff, I lock up and freeze. Sometimes the knowledge will surface again, and other times I'm like, Pedro Pascal's brother if you squint really hard and you look from the side like this. So you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
So, all right, cool. I'm glad that you're up for it. I will set that up, and we will have that segment as part of Quizneyland 100.
Nice.
So, all right, where were we? Right,
Bamboléo.
I was about to play Bamboléo.
You know that song? Bamboléo.
Oh yeah.
I was just like listen up to Bamboléo today. I don't know why. Remember when they did that song for Toy Story 4? They didn't do Bamboléo, but they did the "You Got a Friend in Me," the Spanish version,
the Spanish guitar.
Yeah, that one.
Is that when Buzz was dancing with the flower with the rose
It's in like the
mouth?
credits or whatever. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that one.
All right, so I was going to jump into Complaint O'Clock, but there was one other announcement that we got as part of... I mean, there were several, but these were the two that really stuck out from Destination D23. One was that we finally got some concept art for what's going to be happening to Rockin Rollercoaster. We knew that the Muppets were going to be taking over the attraction, and we got our first look at the Electric Mayhem. Here, let me go ahead and share this. Ba-boom!
Bamboléo, I think is what you mean.
They're performing.
So we got the Electric Mayhem in the studio. We got Kermit and Miss Piggy on screens on the side. We got Scooter directing what's going on here. The Penguins are apparently engineers or audio engineers. I didn't realize that. That's pretty awesome. I don't remember what we said when we first talked about the attraction and the Muppets moving over. I believe we were just happy that the Muppets weren't 100% going away. There's not a lot you could do with the coaster, right? Like, you're essentially plucking out Aerosmith and like plopping the Muppets wherever they appeared before.
Right.
Now that we have this concept art, how do you feel about it? Any new thoughts or feelings? Like, are you good with this? Like, what are you thinking?
It's good to see Scooter.
Scooter.
Oh, right.
My gosh. Oh my god. That's how excited
Doug.
I am.
That's okay.
It's pretty awesome, and I hope that they're actually Muppets and not just on screen.
Well, so sense. this is what I'm kind of theorizing from this is, so I think Scooter and the Penguins may be animatronics.
Yeah.
The Electric Mayhem in this concept art is in a screen. It's one of those it's like what they like, kind of how they do Ray and stuff, where it's kind of like the weird projected like a screen that has depth. And then Kermit and Miss Piggy obviously are on screen.
Obviously.
I like how Kermit has like a hoodie on for some reason.
It looks like a bomber jacket.
Yeah, or maybe it's a bomber. I don't know, but he's dressed up kind of weird. I did think it was funny that... So they're keeping, in the article they talk about, they're keeping G-Force records.
Yeah. So here, let me quickly read that.
And so Scooter is in charge because it's Scooter's uncle who owns the Muppet Theater, J.P. Gross.
Yeah.
That's where G and G-Force Records come from. You said you have the article, the little blurb.
Yeah, I have the blurb. So the blurb says, the Electric Mayhem are headlining the biggest Hollywood concert ever. Anyone is in attendance to witness Animal, Dr. Teeth, and the rest of this groove-tastic group rock the house down. There's just one problem. The band is nowhere to be found. Dun, dun, dun! Across town at G-Force Records, we're treated to a VIP tour of the legendary rock and roll recording studio. Things might look a little different around this Hollywood institution, as the label has recently come under new management, The Muppets. We're happy to say that our colorful crew has landed some new digs with just a little help from Scooter's uncle, real estate tycoon, and owner of the Muppet Theater, J.P. Gross. He really puts the G in G-Force. Just wait until you see how they've made these hallowed halls their own, creating the perfect place to make sweet, sweet Muppet music together.
Aww.
Sweet, sweet Muppet music.
So, my guess is it's going to be Rockin Rollercoaster, but they're just going to put Muppet stickers on stuff.
It sounds like it, yeah. The big guitar is getting a little bit of a new paint job as well.
Yeah, and the piano key, like fountain or whatever, is going to have a gold key, like Dr. Teeth's teeth. But yeah, it's going to be cool if they do. In fact, these penguins and Scooter are animatronics. So I'm hopeful for that. I can't remember what all the other pre-show. This is the main pre-show like area. I think there's a couple other like smaller things, but I think this is like the main like, here, see the thing, see the band, da 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 da. Oh no, you guys got to get to the concert. Let's go, hitch a ride. Did you see? Is there another section it mentions something about the Muppet Labs super fast limo and something something something?
Yeah, that's the road trip portion of it. It says, with the help from our friends at Muppet Labs and a very fast limousine, we'll take a twisting, turning, and screamingly fun road trip across Hollywood to reach the concert in time. The iconic scenery and landmarks of Tinseltown will feature a Muppet twist. And throughout the journey, you'll hear the electric mayhem playing some of the most iconic rockin' hits in your ears to keep the music and adrenaline pumping. I'm sure G-Force Records will release a concert setlist soon.
So what it sounds like is they're going to be doing covers. They'll probably do Can You Picture That, but it sounds like the songs are going to be, they'll be covers of songs Disney probably owns. So what rock songs?
So I mean, the good thing is that it sounds like it's going to be a medley, right? It's not going to be like, obviously there isn't enough time to do full songs, so they're going to do snippets of other songs that exist. And Disney has already kind of jumped into the rock versions of a lot of these iconic Disney songs. Like we've seen like bands like Fall Out Boy and you know, there was, what was the name of the record? The one with Tinkerbell on it. The hold on, let me find it.
Oh my gosh, why can't I remember any of this?
It was A Whole New Sound was the last one that they did. That was the one that they released at D23 last year. That's not the one with Tinkerbell on it. That's the one that has Goofy, Mickey, and Donald like up against a wall. It almost looks like graffiti art. Then they did like a couple of other rock albums that got really popular. I want to say that they got popular right around the Camp Rock phase of the DCOM movies. Like that's kind of when they started shifting into that. Man, what was the Tinkerbell one? It was We Love Disney was the name of it.
How original.
Yeah. But that's the one that had a bunch of covers from a bunch of like rock bands.
Right.
Had, you know, again, it would like Fall Out Boy, I think, was like one of the headliners on there.
What I just assumed they were doing was kind of like how they're doing, how they do like Mission Breakout or Cosmic Rewind, where each launch would be a different song. That's a Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem covering.
I didn't think about that. I like that idea.
So that's kind of where I'm thinking this is going. Is one of them might be Can You Picture That? One of them might be Bohemian Rhapsody or something. I don't know what songs the Muppets have done before, or stuff that they could license for 25 years or whatever, so they don't do whatever. So that's my inkling, is it's going to be try and switch it up so you get a different song each time, or have the chance to anyway.
I like that idea. I didn't even consider that. I was only thinking about it in the sense of how long we have on the attraction, so they would have to get through different songs, and maybe each section of Hollywood had a different theme to it or a different song, like as they were going through it. But the idea of using the same template as something like Mission Breakout, where every time you ride you get Barracuda for some odd reason, I like it. It's gonna, for me, it'll basically be like what happens on Star Tours or Mission Breakout. I get the exact same scenes all the time, and then I'll forget about them, and then I'll be like, I've never been on them, until somebody reminds me what all the scenes and songs are. I'll be like, oh, right. I have seen more of it.
Maybe the Muppets will cover Bamboléo.
Maybe they will.
It does say that the Rockin Rollercoaster is 1 minute and 22 seconds long.
That's too short.
So, I mean, but yeah, you get, about half a song. I mean, depending on some of those old Beatles songs, those are like 63 seconds long or whatever, some of them. So, yeah, but I think it just abridged covers of different songs. Maybe they'll do rocking covers of other Muppet songs. Who knows? I'm here for it, even though I'm not going to ride it because I'm a big chicken. It does one of these things, and I don't do this. And I don't do upside down.
I also don't know when I'm going to make it to Walt Disney World, so I'm
we
going to
gotta get you to Disney World. We're gonna get you to.
At least
we're
for
gonna.
Now.
One of these days, we're going to Disney World, Heyzen.
Yes.
Mark my words. Road trip.
Road trip. Yeah, but because I won't be making it anytime soon, I'll be writing it.
No,
like
I agree.
Other attractions, and that'll be on YouTube.
Unless Disney Plus, it'll be on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say exactly. I'm glad you said that. Unless they post it on Disney Plus and we have a good view of it, given the fact that some attractions are already getting the put your camera away or we're not starting the attraction rules from cast members.
Right.
But that's a story for another day. So, all right. So the other announcement that came from Destination D23 was one that you would think I was going to be really excited about. It made me happy for a moment until I realized that it had nothing to do with Big Thunder Mountain here, and it had everything to do with Big Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom.
There.
Let me share a couple of photos here. I'm going to start off with this strapping young lad. Y'all know who this is.
That is Barnabas T. Bullion.
Barnabas T. Bullion. That's right. Modeled after the Stash himself. Let me read a little bit of the article here from the Disney Parks blog because they tell us a little story about what's going to be happening here. So it says, the story of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad dates back to olden times, or rather golden times, during the early days of America's first major gold rush, when Barnabas T. Bullion struck gold in the Big Thunder region. We saw a future full of riches and hustled to start the Big Thunder Mountain Company. However, them shiny dreams rarely come without a cost, and Bullion quickly found himself in a battle with the forces of nature and in a whole heap of trouble. One day, strange and unexplainable things started happening. Machines failed, cave-ins shut mines down. No matter how deep the miners dug in the heart of the mountain, the forces of Big Thunder fought back. And when the attraction reopens next year, the unsuspecting passengers who board the runaway trains will learn just how wild the wilderness can get. I don't know why I started talking like that halfway through reading that, but it's fine. I'll allow it. I like it. So this is great because if you've kept up with the Disney Kingdoms and you've kept up with the story behind Barnabas T. Bullion and the SEA, it all kind of jives, right? Like it all works together. They're bringing that story a little bit more prominently, even though there's a lot of Barnabas T. Bullion on the attraction already. You see a lot of the posters, a lot of the stuff from the mining company. So the story was already there. But there was some elements that they're going to be adapting for the attraction. Let me keep reading.
Take a breath.
Serenity now. Serenity now. In addition to the action and adventure we know and love, Big Thunder Mountain will reopen with new magic for fans to discover. One such moment comes when the trains rattle their way underground to spectacular natural caverns full of phosphorescent pools, shimmering and illuminating iridescent stalagmites, the ones on the floor, and stalactites, the ones on the ceiling. The Rainbow Caverns certainly are beautiful, but they ain't as friendly as they first appear. In fact, the menacing rumble from deep within the mountain may be a sign that we aren't welcome. So part of what we're going to see as, in this overhaul or this reimagining of Big Thunder Mountain, this is the first piece of concept art that we're seeing.
That's the second piece of concept art.
Well, it's kind of angry. So this is going to be the angry portion, I believe.
Well, so
this is basically the Mr. Toad section of Big Thunder Mountain.
In the video, if you watch the video, there's two pieces of concept art of this exact image. One, it's kind of like blue-greeny.
Right. I'm going to go to that one next. Yeah. Okay. So this is the other one. This is the one that essentially mimics the original Rainbow Caverns as part of Nature's Wonderland that we had over at Disneyland.
And then it's going to turn spooky.
And then it gets red. And then it gets, into Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. You get
bats.
Sent to hell or something. There's going to be a ton of bats. I don't know if they're going to be flying down.
Now I see what the bats look like.
Yeah. So if you've been listening to the podcast for some time, you know that I am a huge fan of Nature's Wonderland. You know that I'm a huge fan of the Rainbow Caverns. It's the only attraction that I've probably cried that I never got an opportunity to ride, because just knowing the history and knowing, about the attraction, having a little taste of it over at Knott's Berry Farm on the Calico Train kind of makes me feel like it would have forever been my favorite attraction. And in a way, it kind of is, even though I never got an opportunity to ride it. And so seeing that Walt Disney World is getting this, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm a little angry and jealous that they're getting it. Because
if I recall, you also armchaired this.
I
in
did!
one of our episodes. Yes, you did.
That's what makes me so angry.
I will vouch for that.
I've wanted this to come back to Disneyland so much. Like, with all my heart and soul, this is the one thing that if I ran Disneyland, I'd be like, this is what's coming back. This is what's going into construction next. So I will say that I'm happy that the legacy of the Rainbow Caverns is living on. It sucks that it's not at Disneyland proper, that it's at Magic Kingdom. But
we have Rainbow Caverns. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not the way that this is gonna be.
Is it gonna look like this?
Updated, which is
I
wonderful.
think. I mean, that's the thing, right?
Here's the thing: they might bring it over if it goes well. They just be like, "All right, put those 5 lights in there to brighten it up a little bit."
If it went well, we would have had them already.
Well, so I know that some people listening will be like, but you always complain that Walt Disney World this and that Disneyland takes blah blah Yes, I know, but this is special. You took the Hatbox Ghost. Let me have this one.
When I saw this article, I was like,
uh-oh.
Huh. No, I literally saw it and go, interesting. That's how I felt about it. Nonplussed.
No. Dude,
I was nonplussed.
When I saw
and Heyzen
this,
is livid.
I think it's more like I maybe jealousy is the right term. Maybe I am just jealous.
You just want it for yourself.
I want it here. I want it for me, for us. I again, this is one of those attractions. I've waxed poetic about how much I love Nature's Wonderland and the Rainbow Caverns. So I think that's what burns so much, that if they do eventually bring it here, I get it. There's a lot more space. There's, that's the destination, the vacation destination for most people when they think of Disney. So they want to spruce it up. They want this, they want that. But come on, man. Come on. This one, I'm convinced somebody heard the podcast and they're like, you know what? We're going to do this just to spite Heyzen. I'm convinced. Is that how it went down? Probably not. But I'm convinced that somebody heard me talking about it and they're like, you know what? We're just going to mess with him. We're just going to troll him. We're going to put this in Magic Kingdom. See what he says. This is what you get. Is this what you want? I'm going off camera.
I'm sorry. It's just all the emotions. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. I'm happy for Magic Kingdom loosely on this one. because I know we have friends that live in Florida, and we have friends that work in the parks, and they're gonna get a chance to enjoy this, and people that visit are gonna get a chance to enjoy it. But I'm not gonna enjoy it anytime soon. This is gonna be one of those YouTube videos I watch, just like the new Muppets roller coaster.
It's called Rockin Rollercoaster featuring the Muppets.
Okay, but I'm gonna write it via YouTube, and now I'm gonna have to see this via YouTube. Are the videos gonna look better? Yes, much better than the videos that exist from when it originally was at Disneyland. But am I gonna see it in person? Probably not anytime soon. Should I see it in person? Yes, because they should have done it at Big Thunder here at Disneyland.
You're spiraling, Heyzen. You're spiraling.
I know. I'm trying to reel it in.
Chill out, my guy. It's,
I'm gonna take a breath.
Who knows? It might just be
you
like
take over. Just you talk.
Here's kind of curious on like where this is going to go. Is it going to be like, we're going 60 miles an hour and we're going past it, like, and we don't see it, or is this looks more like a lift hill that they're adding it to? Is it? Yeah, I'm just curious where it's going to go, how it's going to fit into the story there. Their Big Thunder is a little bit longer than ours, if I remember correctly. It's a little stretched out a little more. But you know, if it goes well, I don't see why they couldn't just update the one at Disneyland. It just has to go down for refurbishment. Everything's on a calendar. They added the smoke back in at the lift hill the last time I was there.
That's true, they did.
The end one. Pow, 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 pow. That wasn't working for a long time. They probably just had to put more fog juice in or something. And somebody just forgot.
What we could do on Indy.
Just put fog.
Just get that working.
Need a gallon of fog juice.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, I think those are like water misters or whatever, but still, it might be fog juice. I don't know. CO2, who knows? But yeah, it's, I understand that you're upset because the Rainbow Caverns do not have a history at Walt Disney World. They did not exist when Disney World, but it brings Rainbow Caverns back into the forefront of people's minds. If you said Rainbow Caverns to almost anybody, if you walked at Disneyland and say, hey, do you know about the Rainbow Caverns? And they'll be like, huh? Is that World of Color? What is that? Yeah, I think the general guest at Disneyland doesn't know what the Rainbow Caverns are.
Do you think that the people at Magic Kingdom are going to be
but
just chomping at the bit to be like, you know what they should bring from Disneyland? They have that. First, let's take their Hatbox Ghost. Oh, we did that already? Cool. Now let's take the Rainbow Caverns.
You guys have to watch this on YouTube.
What's next? What's next? Admiral Fowler's, and then I won't be able to get a lobster roll?
What do you mean you won't be? You still have your own. That's just also getting
I don't know.
Hey, Heyzen, here, you want to hear a thing?
I need a Snickers bar or something. I don't know.
There is this thing where in 1955 they built Disneyland, right? And they're like doing all this stuff, and then they go, we want to build Disney World. And they go, hey, you know what? We got all these attractions at Disneyland. We're just going to make the same ones and put them over there. They did that like that from the beginning. It's always been like that for forever. They're like, you know, Snow White, we go get Snow White. Mr. Toad, we got Mr. Toad.
But listen, don't come at me with logic right now. Okay? Don't come at me with your fancy logic, because it should not apply to the Rainbow Caverns. That's all I'm going to say.
The one thing that, you know...
Or the Hatbox Ghost, Disney World.
Well, what I'm going to say, it's people kind of forget about the timeline of the Haunted Mansion, and that both Haunted Mansions were basically developed at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, Disneyland opened in 1969 and Disney World opened in 1971. And so they, you know, were basically, you know, the Disneyland one was percolating and like went through this, we know the big history of the Haunted Mansion, but, you know, kind of parallel towards the end. So there, I know this logic isn't going to make anybody feel well, I'm not going to say anybody. It's not going to make Heyzen feel any better. Yeah. But there it is. I'm here. Just the facts, ma'am. Just giving you the facts. The car fox.
So all that aside, am I heated about it?
Yes.
Am I happy that the Rainbow Caverns is at least being represented in... I'm going to stop sharing this image. I can't keep looking at this. It's breaking my heart, I swear. am I happy that it's at least being represented? 500%, right? Because if it's represented somewhere, it also gives me, a reason to go. I mean, obviously, there's so many other reasons to want to visit Disney World, but having the homage to this attraction is just one more reason to want to visit Walt Disney World.
Maybe we'll get some merchandise out of it. Visit at the Rainbow Caverns.
I was just gonna say that. What if they have like shirts and stuff that are Disney parks, and we see it here?
Yeah, maybe.
I would love it. We'll see it at Disneyland. It'll say Walt Disney World, right?
Right. Yeah.
But it's here.
I'm okay with it, actually. If it was a Rainbow Caverns inspired art, because even the black posters with the Rainbow Caverns designs that they used to have, I like the designs. I would rock that on a shirt any day. But yeah, I mean, every time that I've gone to Knott's Berry Farm, I make it a point to ride the Calico Train because I love this portion of the attraction. It was inspired directly by it, and the fact that we have something that still kind of represents that, that aesthetic. Just the fact that it's not at Disneyland is what kind of burned me a little bit. But in truth, I am happy about it. I know I made a big production out of it, but I am happy about it. Will it eventually come to Disneyland? Hopefully. I mean, hopefully.
Let's make it a petition. Hey, listen here, Disney. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Yeah.
You need to bring.
I would text Bobby, but I think he's angry at me, so I'm not.
Oh, he's on it. He's got a 2.5 foot out the door already.
That's probably why he's not listening to me and just doing whatever he wants. But we'll see. Maybe I'll still text him like 3:00 in the morning. Be like,
he's just getting up.
I'll be like,
that's his morning. That's when he gets up.
I'll be like, hey, buddy, what you doing?
Remember me?
Remember me?
He didn't say that, hey, buddy, right?
Well, bring the Rainbow Caverns to Disneyland.
Yeah, guy.
Yeah. And do it quickly.
Buddy.
Buddy?
I'm trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do.
No. I'm just going to hold on to that one. So, Serenity now. Serenity now.
That's a
documentary
good way
now.
To end on peaceful note. There you go.
No, we should end on this. Bamboléo!
Bamboléo! That's what we're going to end on. That's it. That's where we're ending it. We're ending it on Bamboléo. So, remember, episode 100 of Quizzingland is coming up. If you listen to this episode before the release of Quizzingland 100, send us your questions so that we can feature them in the episode. Anything else before we wrap up?
Bamboléo?
Bambolea.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep dreaming, keep moving forward, and always remember to pass on the magic. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.